Broken Arrow is another John Woo movie, came out in 1996 and has a fairly simple plot. When a rogue stealth fighter pilot decides to kill his partner, steal the nukes and use them for blackmail and sell the nukes for millions of dollars. It's up to his partner, who evades being shot and escapes the plane, to track him down and stop him. So we get the hero played by Christian Slater, and we get the villain played by an over-the-top John Travolta in a kind of wonderful location, the canyons of Utah, as they play out as these action men fight each other in a teenage boy's wet dream of action extravaganza. I really kind of like this movie. I love how it opens up with the boxing match. Everything is kind of tailored from there on to typical tropes of action movies. We get both John Travolta, who is the over-the-top baddie. We can tell straight away because of the way he smokes a cigarette. It's just so theatrically bad guy. Christian Slater as the action hero actually does really well. Reunited with Samantha Mathis from their Pump Up the Volume days. She is a park ranger who inadvertently stumbles across Slaton's character and gets drawn in to this world of global terrorism. And of course, you've got all these character actors who are really wonderful in small bit parts, who are playing government agents or part of the government itself, who are trying to figure out what was Travolta's big plan and how can they stop it. It's really good. I think John Woo has a real sensibility when he's doing these kind of pulpy, silly kind of movies. He's a real grasp on the action and how to stage it. And I love the way that he tells a story through visuals and through the fight scenes. I particularly love that opening boxing match between Travolta and Slater, the top-down, slowly moving camera as it cuts to punches being thrown, as it tells a story about these two characters. And we instantly know where they stand at the start of this. We know quite a lot about these characters before we really kick into who's going to be good and who's going to be bad. We build up a history of them and we have a little bit of a rivalry there. And then when it kicks off to Travolta being super duper bad guy, it just becomes almost pantomimey with its violence. But I like it. I like the way the action is staged, and I particularly love the score of Broken Arrow. I think it's one of the most memorable ones and one I listen to a lot. Unfortunately, it becomes a little bit meandering throughout the middle part. I think it's budgetary and it doesn't have enough to really pack it full of action as I would like, and some of the action isn't as exciting as it should be. There is a wonderful train sequence at the end, and if I've mentioned it once, I'll mention it 100 times. I really do like train sequences on movies, and this one is rather fun as well. We have helicopters shooting at the train, we have a nuke on the train, we have various fights going on around about it, and it's terrifically well shot and edited. John Woo knows what he's doing with action, and he plays it to his strengths in this one. I think the relationship between Mathis' character and Slater actually grows on me throughout the movie. You feel as if they're having a bit of a connection and a bond. They're both cut from the same kind of cloth, and you can see that throughout the movie. You can obviously tell that Travolta is having a lot of fun, and I appreciate these over-the-top scenery chewing bad guys. It's my favourite kind of villain, when you have somebody really pushing it to 11 and becoming that caricature of a bad guy. I think it works tremendously well for this movie, and it's one of the saving graces of it. Although it may not be one of the best action movies of the 90s, it's one that I go back to every now and again. Love the score, the action, the characters. It's a fun night in front of the TV. I'd love to know your thoughts on Broken Arrow. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time in Man v Film.